Okay, students, so here we are with our video lecture on major and minor seconds. So let me pull up your module, and this is where we are going at with this. These are intervals, and you've kind of already been introduced to them, but now we're going to give them specific size distances. And what I mean is, in the study of music, you have to become very familiar with intervals like seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, sevenths, octaves, because they are the building blocks of music. So, what we're going to look at is this idea of major and minor seconds. And this is why we call things seconds. All right? Notice this says G to A. We move two letters, G to A, GA, 1, 2. Here we see a BC. We move two letters, BC, 1, 2. When we look at a keyboard, and let me pull my keyboard here. Again, hopefully you guys check out that onlinepianist.com. You can always use this. This is a great tool. So in music, we already know we've got distances between tones. We already talked about the idea that we have a major scale. And that has a certain construction. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we would say the distance from this note to this note, we've said that's a whole step. The distance from this note is a whole step. Again, whole step, distance between two tones, but there's one tone in between. This is a half step. See? There's no tones in between, so that's a half step, etc., etc. Well, you've already learned the whole step. You've already learned the half step. But now we are going to refer to these as numbers. So we're going to say that this is a second. So we went C, D. We went two letters, C, D, C, D, 1, 2, 1, 2. We would say that the distance from here, from this C to this E, we're going to say that's a third. This is going 1, 2, 3. We're going to say the distance from this C to this F is a fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the idea? Right now we're just going to focus on the seconds. So there's two main kinds of seconds. We have the major second, which is a whole step, and the minor second, which is a half step. Okay? Now these are all spelled diatonically, which means, by the way, that big M is major, little m is minor. And when we talk about diatonic spelling, what we mean is this. If I say, what is a major second above C? We'd say a major second above C is D. C, D. Now, if we said minor second, well, that means a half step move. So we do this. But we do not say a major second is C to D. A minor second is C to C sharp. That's incorrect because we didn't move two letters. We need to move C, D. So we would say a major second above C is D. A minor second above C is D flat. See, major second, C, D. Minor second, C, D flat. Let's do another one. What's a major second above F? Major second is a whole step. So a major second above F is G. What's a minor second above F? A minor second above F, F, G flat. I still move two letters, F, G. Only in major it's F, G. minor second is F, G flat. So F to F sharp is a half step, but F to F sharp is not a minor second. All right, let's do a couple of more. Let's say, what is a major second above B? A lot of students might do this and say, well, let's see. I'll go here. Major second's a whole step. That's a half step. But here's a whole step. And some students will say a major second above B is D flat. See, that's a D flat. Problem is, you want to go 2. So you don't go B, C, D. I just went 3. You got to go B, C sharp. So a major second above B is C sharp, not D flat. If you go to D flat, you've gone some kind of wonky third, because that's 3, B, C, D. That's 3, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. But B, C sharp is 2, B, C sharp 2. So it's the second. So a major second above B is C sharp. A minor second above B is C. All right. You can also go backwards. We can say, what is a major second below F? Well, major second's a whole step, so let's go a whole step below F. We don't go here because that's a half step. We got to go whole step. That's a major second. Oh. So what's a major second below F? Well, this note, you could call it E flat. You could call it D sharp. And you could call it F double flat. You could do that, but only one is going to be correct. Well, major second. The letter below F is E, F-E. I just moved 2. F-E, 1, 2, F-E. So therefore, F to E flat is down a major second, and F to E is down a minor second. All right, so let's do one over here. Let's say this is G sharp. We're going to call this G sharp. What is, I'll let you guys think about this, what is a major second above G sharp? Well, major second means whole step. This is a half step. We don't want to go here. Don't want to do that. But we go whole step. G sharp. All right. Now, if you say a major second above G sharp is B flat, you're wrong. Now, students say, why am I wrong? That's a B flat. The question is, what's a major second? So it's G sharp, A sharp. I just moved 2 letters. G-A, G-A. 1, 2. G sharp, A sharp is a major second. G sharp, A is a minor second. Now if we go down, G sharp, down a major second, F sharp. I went to the next letter, G-F, G-F. G sharp, F sharp, and what's a minor second? A lot of students might say a minor second below G sharp is G, but that wouldn't be correct. That is a half step, but that's not a minor second. So what do you think that's going to be called? This has 3 different names. A major second up below G sharp is F sharp. So the letter's F, which means a minor second below G sharp, anybody got it? Is F double sharp. See how that works? Okay, so now let me show you what this looks like on your tone savvy work. Show you what I mean. Remember, this is our first beginnings into intervals. All right. So I've got you a couple things, treble and bass. So let's see. So we keep. I'm going to take out the wonky stuff. Let's see, because this has some crazy. It gives you some crazy double flats and things like that. So it'll be really basic, and all we're worried about is the seconds. So all you're going to do is you're going to build major and minor seconds. I will take out double accidentals, so we don't have to worry about those. All right. We're going to make a major second above C sharp. All right. If you want, look at a keyboard. You already know a major second is a whole step. So where's C sharp? Here's C. Here's C sharp. Major second is a whole step above that. Well, here we go. Now, when you look at this, you say, oh, I get it. It's E flat. Well, here's what will happen. If you say E flat, see, that's a flat. So let's click on that flat. We're going to make an E flat, flat. And let's put an E flat up there. We're wrong. What did I do wrong? Because the letter after C is D. You're going 2, CD, CD, 1, 2. So we are not going to call it C sharp to E flat. We're going to call a major second C sharp to D sharp. Now watch what happens when I do that. C sharp to D sharp. There's our major second. Major second above B flat. Let's look at a B. And again, you can find any B flat. It doesn't matter if it's this B flat, this B flat, this B flat. Right now, we just want to see the distance. So I'm just going to do this guy. Major second above B flat. Going above, major second's whole step. Now that looks like C. B flat, C, B flat, C. Yeah, that sounds correct. Plain old, not a flat, not a sharp, a plain old C. See? Do, re. Major second above D. D, D, E. That one's pretty easy. Not D flat, not D sharp, just D. D, E. Major second above B. Let's look at a keyboard. Here's a B. Major second is a whole step. Oh, that looks like D flat. All right, it looks like D flat. See, as we go D flat. See what happens when I put it here? Why is it wrong? Because B to D is 3. B, C, D. We don't want a third. We want a second. So we aren't going to say B to D flat. We're going to say B to C sharp. That is a second. So B to C sharp gives us a major second. Hear that? We got any minors in there? I'll try one more. Let's see where the minors went. Major second above F. Here's F. F, G. Now watch this. It's G. All right, G. All right, G. Not G flat, not G sharp, just G. Oh, what happened? I put a G there. Look how big that is. That's huge. Seconds are close. So it's F, G. See how close that is? Okay, let me see why I'm not getting any minors. I'll try that again. Interval building. Let's go bass. Let's do some bass clef. Fix this up a little bit. Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay. Major second above B flat. Here's a B flat. There's a C. B flat, C. Not C flat, not C sharp, just C. Minor second above E. While minor second is a half step. Here's E. That's a half step. E, F, E, F. So therefore, a minor second above E is just F. Major second above B flat, well, we did that on the previous one, it's C. B flat, C. Do, re. Major second above A flat. Here's A flat. A flat. B flat. Minor second above A. Let's find an A. See that half step? Minor second. All right, so that gives us B flat. All right. So you'll have these being able to build in treble and bass, your seconds. Let's do this guy. Minor second above G. Here's G. Oh, G, G sharp. G, G sharp. G, G sharp. Oh, what happened? I gotta move 2. Not G sharp. A flat. There's our second. All right. So that's building. All right. Now let's do some identify. You look and you tell me what you see. Again, trying to keep the crazy wonky stuff, because this one just gives us a crazy double accidentals. Only seconds. Eventually you'll get to the rest of these. Okay. What is it? Dum-bum. Can we see? Do we understand what we're looking at? Well, let's look at a keyboard. CD. Also, start listening to the sounds. Look at that. That's a whole step. Do, re. If it's a whole step, it is the major second. So right now, you're only going to worry about if it's major or minor. It's a major second. Got it. Ooh, what's that? Listen to it again. Look at a keyboard. A, B flat. Half step. If you hear Jaws, that's that little half step, so it's a minor second. Can you see it? First of all, can you hear it? That's the sound of a half step. So not only should we hear that half step, but can you recognize that? F sharp, G, minor second, minor second. F sharp G is a minor second, no matter what octave you play it in. Okay, so that is a minor second. Well, that sounds like a whole step. Whole step. But it is also a major second. And let's just do a couple in bass clef. It's been my experience that people do better on treble than bass, which I don't get it, because they're both the same in the sense that if you can read one clef, you should be able to read the other. Only seconds. I took out any doubles. Okay, now hopefully you can read bass clef by now. If you do not know you're looking at D and E, you're in for a rough time. D. If you're just guessing, you're going to blow it. Look at that. D, E, D, E. That not only does that sound like a whole step, you can see it's a whole step. And if it's a whole step, then it's a major second. E flat, that's an E flat. All cows eat. E flat F, great big dogs fight. E flat F. Listen to it. Not only does that sound like a whole step, visually it is a whole step. So since that's a whole step, E flat F, that is a major second. I hear a shark. That's F, G flat. Now again, I pray to the dear Lord that you know this is an F, and you know that's a G flat. F, F. So not only does that sound like a half step, it is a half step. If it is a half step, it's a minor second. All right, so you're going to be doing that, and you could do this, all day long, just hearing it. What I'm doing is I hear them, and I also see what they are. So my brain is doing two things at the same time. I can hear the sound of the whole step and half step, and I can see that that's a whole step and a half step, or whatever I'm looking at. That happens to be a half step. All right, so we got that part, and the last thing I have on the Tone Savvy is your ear training. Basically, what you're gonna do, and it's all about practice, because the theory part is, okay, I get it. A major second is a whole step, and a minor second is a half step. All right, well, that's theory. Musicianship is, can your musical ear hear the difference between a major second and a minor second? Let's see. Can you hear that? Bottom, 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 bottom. That was a minor second. Do you hear that? Can you sing smaller than that? Yes, I can sing smaller. So that must be the major second. Okay. Oh, do you hear that? Sing it. Your voice is barely moving. That's a half step. Ooh, you hear that? Eventually, if you practice these things, and I do mean practice, because it's all about training your ear, and I can't just talk to you about it. You have to take it upon yourself to train your ear. So I could do a couple things. I could do the Tone Savvy stuff, or I would just get this keyboard and just say, let me do some whole steps, half steps. Whole step, major second. Half step, minor second. Just pick notes at random. That's a whole step, major second. Half step, minor second. Just pick things at random. Go a whole step. That's a major second. Half step. Minor second. Half step. If you're a guitar player, on a guitar, every single fret is a half step. You skip a fret, that's a whole step. So if you'd like to relate it to that, you can. So anyway, that's what we have in terms of seconds. And I'm going to remind you, I have a chart here that again shows you further examples of how these things work. You notice here this F to G flat, that's a half step. That's a minor second. You know how it's notated? F to G flat, not F to F sharp. Okay, some other notations, something like, let's see, C to D flat. That's a second. C, D, C, D. C to D flat, not C to C sharp. Okay? All right, hope this helps you. And again, there is reading in the book on intervals, but the reason I did not give you that yet because the reading is all of the intervals, and I do not want to inundate you with that stuff. So just focus on the major and minor seconds right now. I guarantee you, doing all the work on Tone Savvy for this week, the stuff you're going to do with building your seconds, looking at seconds and being able to identify as major or minor, and then finally the ear. You're gonna your musicianship skills will greatly improve if you consistently practice. All right, guys, have a good week. Bye.